town centres across the island. National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says undoubtedly the attacks on the bank's money couriers is a major contributing factor. He says following a meeting with the police and the private security companies on Tuesday, a few changes will be made to improve the safety and security of the guards, the public and the delivery of cash to the aliens.
Strengthened operational standards to include specialized training and certification of the security guards involved in cash transit management. Use of hard-skin vehicles for cash delivery, cash transfer vehicles equipped with cameras to increase awareness, use of panic buttons on board cash transfer vehicles, which are present in some of those currently being used, a much more robust communication regime between the private security companies and the Jamaica Conservative Force for real-time support and response.
Dr. Chang, who was speaking at a post-cabinet press briefing Wednesday morning, says other issues require legislative changes, which includes a robust training for security guards. To this end, the National Security Minister says will take some time. The latest attack occurred in St. Thomas on Sunday. The robbers did not get any money, however, a private security officer was shot.
And the government will be accelerating the requisite amendment to the Private Security Regulation Authority Act to allow for specialized training of security guards given the increased threat environment. In addition, we'll be engaging the banking sector for establishing minimum standards for the placement and handling of ATM machines.
Additionally, a new group of specialized security officials is being set up to investigate armed robberies across the island.
So we have raised the tempo by dedicating really highly skilled, experienced team of investigators and police officers to focus entirely on the operation.
And as it relates to the banks, Dr. Chan says a meeting is being scheduled soon to see what else can be done to limit the disruption of cash flow being experienced across major town centres. Jamaica Maitland, TVJ News.
The Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency arrested a key suspect in a multi-million-dollar fraud case at Hart NSTA Trust as he attempted to board a flight at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. 36-year-old Ricardo Golden was charged yesterday in connection with an $8 million fraud investigation ongoing since 2018. He has been charged with receiving stolen property, conspiracy to defraud, and money laundering. Mr. Golden is scheduled to appear in court later this week. Director of Communications at MOCA, Major Bassett Jarrett, says Mr. Golden is the fifth person to be charged in connection with the investigation. The others to date are Anna K. Finn Tyrrell and her husband Michael Tyrrell, former employees at the Hart NSTA Trust, as well as Tasha Buckner and Shamar Bell, all of whom are before the courts. The five are alleged to have been a part of a conspiracy to fraudulently move money from the Hart NSTA Trust to the accounts of people who were neither employees nor contract workers of the entity.
We will not entertain it. A fiery response from the local group of churches to the revelation of requests being made for marriage licenses for same-sex unions in Jamaica. We have the details in this report.
On Tuesday, when Justice Minister Delroy Chuck told the House of Representatives of applications for same-sex marriages, many persons were surprised. That's because same-sex marriage is not legal in Jamaica. Church leaders say they have not only taken note, but are prepared to maintain their stance on the matter. Bishop Dr. Alvin Bailey is president of the Jamaica Evangelical Alliance.
The church in Jamaica has never entertained any discussion or in fact any kind of suggestion that it intends to approve of or conduct marriages between gay persons.
In addition to same-sex marriages being against the laws of Jamaica, the church leaders are also adamant that they will stick to the teachings of Christianity and the Bible.
We know what it teaches concerning marriage. It is sacred between a man and a woman, and we know what God did concerning persons who have violated that particular institution. So may God help us as Jamaicans to stand for that which is right in the sight of God.
Globally, governments are under pressure to change laws to recognize same-sex marriages. Currently, these unions are licensed and recognized by all states in the U.S. While the church leaders say they believe the request may be from foreigners, they think it may also be a deliberate move to force changes in Jamaica's laws.
We have no doubt that the local LGBT community will be doing this. as a means of putting pressure on the government, kind of raising the climate to get some kind of acceptance from the wider public and the church, which indeed is very far-fetched with the Jamaicans and the church in Jamaica has made it very, very clear. And maybe to embarrassing on the international front.
Now we hope that our leaders will not allow themselves to be pressured by any external force in regards to matters like those. The constitutional reform, I think it can be a wonderful thing, you know, but we do not want to make retrograde steps. We are not going backward. We ought to be going forward.
And even if laws are to be passed that facilitate their marriage, evangelical churches will continue to stand against it. And so we want to put things in place to ensure that our ministers are not imposed upon and to protect them when they refuse to do so, that our buildings are not used and the requests for any one of our buildings, properties or facilities to be used to perform any activity by these persons are rejected without us being found to be against the law.